to be invited to participate. For me already it was a great, wonderful experience. All the discussions going on, that was for me really great to be here. It is great to be here. I just want to say also just a few words about my project, because I'm coming really from the, as I already said, from the opposite side. So I'm coming really from the historic Baroque. I have worked on the post-Tridentine Baroque art theory in Paleotti, Bellarmine, and other authors, and also about the cultural transfer from the Roman Baroque to Central Europe Baroque, and especially the Central Eastern European Baroque. So this I finished already, and I'm working on a book, and this is the origin of the whole project, about visual systems in colonial Brazil. So this is something else where what is my interest is how are we looking on colonial Baroque, and I think the main question is the methodological question. And I have a lot of problem with all approaches. On the other hand, I have to admit a lot of approaches offer a lot of interesting aspects, and I try to think how can we deal with these contradictory approaches. Perhaps this is already very neo-Baroque to combine them. And from this point of view, I came to the historiography of the Baroque, of the Brazilian Baroque, and I worked also on the readings of Wolf Lien, which is very fundamental to understand the Baroque and the neo-Baroque. And so what I'm presenting now is really a work in progress. I've just entered something the first time 6 months ago, the church I'm presenting here, the material, but the archive, it was just 3-4 days before I was leaving for Ottawa, so a lot of material is really there. And so I'm really presenting something as a patchwork, which is also very Baroque, as I hope that's something interesting within. And I think we are leaving really the very serious artwork. We are coming now more to the kitsch artwork, which I'm presenting here. So I changed it with the title you've seen, Truly Brazilian Neo-Baroque Between Decoration, Identity, Political, Religious, and Aesthetic Discourses in the Church Nossa Senhora do Brasil. How to write so that you have the first idea, what is the church? This is a little bit shadow here. Okay, I have the second one. It's really too bright. Okay. I try to work with that. How to write visually about the Brazilian Baroque, and therefore also about the relations to the Neo-Baroque, and how to create a Baroque canon. These are some of the questions I would like to discuss in my paper. Therefore, I would like to analyze the architecture, decoration, and other visual material of the Church Nossa Senhora do Brasil, one of the most well-known and impressive churches in Sao Paulo, which can be classified as Neo-Baroque. The church combines different elements. This is more like the general idea of the project. Different elements that reflect the political, religious, and aesthetic project of Brazilian culture and history. It shows also the configuration of the discourse about historical Baroque and the transcultural and historical Neo-Baroque. Built for the upper class of Sao Paulo, this church is situated in a very noble area in the city and is famous for its wedding celebrations, which sometimes can be watched on the national TV. The architecture as well as the decoration reflects clearly the idea of the relationship between Brazilian and European art history within the concept of one common Baroque. Thus, the visual discourse of the church aimed to establish a political, religious, and aesthetic position for the city with its multi-ethnic immigration roots, as well as in relation to the Brazilian national project. As a contrast, or on a second level, if you like, I would like to discuss the historiography about the historical Baroque, a starting point to analyze the specific notions of the Brazilian visual neo-Baroque discourse. This second topic would like to demonstrate the importance for the development of the transcultural neo-Baroque through a case study of the art historian Hannah Levy. My intention is to focus on Brazil's own discourses on the Baroque art and discuss particularly the place that it accords itself at the crossroads between Brazilian and European art historiography during the same period of the construction of the church. So I show you first these areas. So this is the facade. First I continue a little bit. The church was inaugurated in 1940. The first Mass was held on 23rd September 1955. Its decoration consists mainly of mural paintings by Antonio Painera from the 50s, tiles in different colors executed until today by different authors, and paintings on wood and frames of the late 80s and early 90s, all of 20th century. Recently, a contract was signed to construct a new crypt, a type of grotto that is going to be carried out in the next year. This letter is also a hint that this new project can be understood as an open one with a continuing visual use, reuse and reuse of the Baroque. Its eclectic architecture, authored by Bruno Simões Mago, combines stylistic elements of churches in Minas Gerais and other Brazilian states, as well as a small copy of Bernini colonnades from St. Peter Cathedral in Rome. So what I'm showing you first is it's internal. This is also very interesting. So what they have produced, it's these the colonnades are not anymore at the place, but they're internal as an internal function with the church. And here you can see the way of seeing the colonnades. And I show you so that you have some examples. This is Nossa Senhora. This is San Francisco de Assis in Ouro Preto, which is also attributed to Aleijadinho. I show you just the facades from Minas Gerais, so that you have an idea. I could enter in a detailed stylistic way, but you see it's a form of to transform the facade concept within one church, which you find in São Paulo. So this is Nossa Senhora do Pilar, this is Nossa Senhora do Rosário, up to there, and I will go back for the church. The sculptures that decorate the facade make a stylistic reference to Aleijadinho's Prophets in Congonhas, one of the most important Brazilian artifacts of colonial times, and as to be explained later, the founding myth of a national Brazilian art. Also here I just want to show, I come back to this part. This is here São Pedro, and here São Paulo, and I will come back the reference to Aleijadinho. The main altar that was transferred to the new church belonged originally to the church Santana of Mogi de Cruzes, which is in the state of São Paulo, and as a description by the French scholar Germain Bazin in one of the most recognized books on Brazilian Baroque emphasizes, was made in 1740. So we have within the church, and here now you have a first view of the church, and it was, I took the photo when there was a wedding prepared. So the altar is in the center in the main apse.